So we're talking about the job market and also too what's going on.
What? I didn't ask for that, but I don't understand why I can't add that to. Okay. 17.
So we're talking about the job market and also too what's going on this holiday weekend and what people are saying. So let me show you guys. This is the headline: Extreme heat wave threatens US power grids and July 4th travel. Basically, it's really, really hot out there. And if you stay indoors, turn on the AC, electricity prices are high. So I think you guys already know this. And if you try to go visit your family, also prices are high all across the board. And this is what regular people are dealing with. We talked about in the last video, this would be the most expensive July 4th ever. And that was just the food and entertainment things, let alone now we're talking about the electricity costs and travel costs and the heat. While this is sort of basically costs are going up, we're finding out the job market is awful, maybe the worst in 50 years. Job seekers giving up, labor force participation rate falls to lowest in 50 years. And we talked about this, it's not a good sign. And I was curious, and I'm always curious on this stuff, like who the heck still follows Trump? What are they saying? You got to hear the stuff for yourself.
What I imagine, I'd be watching videos like that, candidates running for the modern day Democrat Party.
So we're talking about the job market and also too what's going on. And this is their messaging. I'm just showing you their words. And the reason why I wanted you to see this is because think of it this way. If you're the wealthy landowner on the plantation, and that's the world that they want to go back to, you're worried about the workers, the slaves, basically uprising. So you make sure that you've got your police, your prisons, right? And you keep your private property. So this is literally what they are advocating for, going back to plantation days. This is what the country was founded on. And I was just like, these people are insane. And if you want to, create a system that is more fair, and you want to create a system, hey, let's care about regular people, let's care about jobs, they're just like, oh, you're just a bunch of commies. That's their argument. It's so whacked out. And I want to show you guys this stuff because look where we are right now in history, okay? This just came out. We've been talking this the last couple of days. Trump pulled in at least $2 billion after returning to the White House. This is unprecedented, this kind of stuff. It's insane. And then also now we're talking about, I guess we're going to nationalize some industries, right? OpenAI proposes 5% stake to the Trump administration to ease Washington pressure. And talking about this the last couple of videos. Isn't this just whacked out? And then I guess if you want to talk about change, they're just like, oh, we need more police and more prisons because you're trying to go after our private properties. I didn't know what to say other than I'm showing you what it is, right? Trump also expects Musk will donate SpaceX stock to Trump accounts. So I guess we all want to take ownership of that. I guess as Trump want the government to control the means of production, both SpaceX, OpenAI, and others. And then this is also the Trump thing. And I'm just going through the news today because I want to show you everything. Donors were misled by Trump-backed Freedom 250, House Democrats alleged. So basically what it was, I guess some people donated to the America 250, right? Which is essentially a bipartisan, is there a really better way to say it is nonpartisan? Just, hey, I want to have a, celebration for all Americans. And then Trump's like figuring out ways to funnel money to his Freedom 250 stuff, which would be separate, right? Be it the UFC fight or otherwise. And also to try to benefit himself. And let me give you an example of like the crazy crap that, from the Trump's point of view, he thinks is helping Americans. So this was just announced. I didn't know we were doing this. I just seen it right now. Babies born this year to receive, quote, Freedom 250 Social Security cards, Trump administration says. So not only, I guess, if you want to get a passport now, you can get the Trump passport with Trump's face on it. Now, thank God it's not going to be Trump's face on your Social Security card. I know, no, for reals, because it's like, in this day and age, as dumb as it sounds, hey, if you told him, Trump, do you want your name and face on Social Security? I'm sure he would do it.
One thing to keep our eye on, of course, wages. What's been happening with wage growth for everyday Americans? Ticking up slightly to 3.5% on an annual basis. But when you compare that to the red line there, inflation, which is now topping 4%, it doesn't feel as good. An increase in wages, of course, is good, but when inflation is outpacing wage growth by that much, it feels uncomfortable.
It erases the gains. You're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, it feels uncomfortable.
You can see it right there in the numbers. Basically, costs are outpacing your income, right? Sure, you might have gotten a raise this year, but it doesn't nearly cover how much inflation is. And again, we're looking at the most expensive 4th of July in history.
Kids because they're in their 20s and they've never had real jobs and they're complaining things are expensive. Yes, things are expensive when you don't have a real job.
Right.
Do you think that's getting traction? Complaining?
Unfortunately, I do, because this generation, my generation, I hate to say it, Gen Z and those younger than me have been raised with just silver spoons in their mouth, just getting everything handed to them. That's not the values this country was built on. It was built on meritocracy and hard work, pulling up your sleeves, pulling yourself up from your bootstraps, and achieving the American dream. And we need to protect it with all we got.
Is it laziness?
A little bit.
Is it because the professors said country's corrupt, it's evil, and we just need to shake them down and hand money out?
It's laziness and it's the liberal indoctrination. You bring up a great point about our education system. However, I will say, a silver lining, so many parents that I talk to across the country are homeschooling, are turning to private education, are turning towards Christian schools across the country because they don't.
So I know this whole thing is completely unhinged, but this is the messaging that they keep telling their people to stay in line, right? If you're poor, if you're struggling, it's because you're lazy, according to these people. And I guess their answer is anti-education, homeschool your kids, right? And read the Bible or go to Christian school. That's their philosophy. This whole thing is whacked out, and then they blame education. And here's the thing, like, I was a professor, so when I hear these people talk, I'm just like, man, this is why we need education. Teach people history, teach people critical thinking skills, to ask questions. And as I always say, for anything, please Google anything. I'm seriously, like you should seek to find the truth in this stuff, and it should be obvious that these people are crazy. And then you have this, which is absolutely insane. U.S. warned Iran about Israel's aims to assassinate leaders. And basically, at every turn, it's looking like Israel wants to derail any kind of talks. And it gets into the point to where, U.S. officials, not necessarily Trump because he's just, off in Trumpy land, but U.S. officials are just like trying to hold these people back, because if you take out too many of basically anyone we can talk to, then there's no way to ever have peace. This whole thing is crazy. This story is crazy. Everything about it. And then when you hear Trump talk, you're kind of wondering, okay, where is his tweets and talk coming from? Listen to this.
How a Jewish person can vote for a Democrat is beyond me. Well, because I've been the best president in the history of Israel, and they acknowledge. And by the way, in Israel, I think I was at 99% or something. But Joe,
right? So he's saying he's like the best president Israel's ever had. It's like the craziest stuff, and I have to play it with his own words so you can hear it for yourself.
What's the difference now between what Biden and his family did and what Trump's family?
That's a great question. I get asked that a lot.
That's why I thought so.
No. If you ask Donald Trump Jr., are you on a board for this crypto company? Are you on the board for this predictions market company? Are you on the board for this drone company? He will say, yes, I am. If you ask the president family, did you all do this development overseas in this country? Yes, it's the best development ever. It's going to be blah, 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 blah. they're transparent. If you ask Joe Biden,
So the argument they're going to make now, I guess, it's okay for Trump to get his $2 billion because at least he told you about it. Isn't this absolutely crazy? This is the crazy land that we're in. And I also want to talk about just what regular people are feeling and regular people are saying, because as I say all the time, guys, it's about the economy, stupid, right? It's about jobs. This is why we talk about this stuff all the time. So while Trump's off enriching himself, this is how regular people are feeling. Have a watch.
I officially think we've reached the point where looking for a job and finding a new job is actually harder than the jobs we're applying for. I talk to hundreds of job seekers each month that are having to apply to hundreds and thousands of jobs. And most of those jobs, they're not hearing anything back from. Maybe a few rejections here or there. Maybe they get in contact with a recruiter that ends up ghosting them, or they get invited into an interview process that's like 10 steps. That's got assignments, assessments, take-home work, panel interviews. It's absolutely crazy. And then, if you do make it to the end of one of these processes, you likely get a lowball offer. I've even seen people taking demotions, like going from a director to a manager, or a VP to a director, or even a manager to an IC, just to land a job. That's how hard the job search is right now. And unfortunately, it doesn't really look like it's going to get much better anytime soon. It's absolutely wild.
And so those kind of experiences are what people are facing right now, right? There's not that many jobs. You don't hear back. And even if you do get an opportunity at a job, you're going to have to get paid less. And then again, costs are going up.
To like 200 jobs and haven't gotten a single offer. This job market is brutal. There's your problem. What? Stop applying online. Walk into the office, shake somebody's hand them your resume. You can't do that anymore. Why not? Because the receptionist will just tell me to apply online. Okay, so apply online. I do. Then what's the issue? I upload my resume and then I have to type all of the information that's in my resume into 100 tiny little boxes. Yep. Then I write a cover letter and submit my application. Okay, and then someone calls you to interview, right? If I'm lucky. What do you mean? First, there's a recruiter call. Okay. Then a hiring manager interview. Okay. Then an HR interview. Okay. Then a panel interview. That's excessive. Then a final interview. For a management position? No. What was the job? Entry level. Entry level? That wanted a bachelor's degree and 5 years of experience. How is that entry level? That's what we're all trying to figure out. Well, after all that, they must have hired somebody. They did. Who? The CEO's nephew. You're joking. I wish. So what are you supposed to do? Be related to somebody in upper management?
And that honestly is the truth. There is so much nepotism in the job market in USA. Basically, it's who you know. And it's been like that for a long time. If you want any good job, it's all through connection. Basically, the online applying generally is a black hole. I'm not saying, stop trying, but don't get your hopes up. The real way to do it is through connection. I'm just telling you the truth on this stuff. And if you have family members, you're born into a well-connected family, hey, fantastic. That's sort of where we're at.
Establishments, and you're like, hi, I did an application online, blah, 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 blah. They don't want to hear that. They do not want to hear that. What you're going to do, even if you did do the application, don't even mention the application when you call. When the person comes on the phone, I want you to say, hey, good morning, good afternoon, how are you doing today? Start building a conversation. Then I want you to inquire about a job. Hey, are you guys hiring by chance? Do you have any positions that are open or possibly about to be open? And they're going to hit you with, let me go get my manager because I don't know. That's what you want to hear. Now, they may give the phone to the manager and you will be able to talk to the manager one-on-one. Now that you're on the phone with the manager, you actually have the opportunity to tell the manager what you applied for, and you can ask questions. Well, what position would you like filled quickly? Or what kind of experience would I have to fill this position? Inquire, ask questions. You kind of just gotta work it. Like, y'all need to know how to talk to people. Kind of gotta know how to finesse your way into a job. Because I promise you, if you call and keep calling and say, hey, did you guys look at my application? Did you look at my application? I promise you they did not. They did not look at your application because they have so many applications to go through. You actually have to build some type of connection and have a good conversation over the phone with the manager, so they will go ahead and set up your interview. Whatever the case may be, you have to know how to talk to people and ask questions. That's how you'll be able to get a job faster in any opportunity. Don't just take no for an answer. Don't just take, oh, you got to do it all.
And I know we're getting into a lot of like really complicated and you know, sensitive topics. All this is, it is really tough out there. I understand her perspective. We're basically keep calling, don't give up, this kind of stuff. So I think that attitude is the right attitude, but I'm not necessarily a big believer in like annoying a company or wherever, you know, place of work until they interview. I don't think necessarily that's going to work out great. Your best bet though is go through your network, anyone that you know, and see if like, hey, do you know if anyone's hiring, that kind of stuff, and you just keep doing that. And if there's no one in your network, then you got to figure out ways to build out your network, and then that becomes difficult conversations in itself. But I'm just telling you what it is, and also giving you points of view of what people are saying.
Businesses and managers and employers love to come on here and say that Gen Z is unprofessional and doesn't want to work, but I'm here to offer an opposite opinion. I think that employers are so disrespectful and unprofessional now. I applied for a job last year and I got like nothing back, no message back, anything. But I did get a potential spam number come up on my phone. And you know, if it says potential spam, you're not gonna answer. And mind you, I was driving, and in Tennessee, we cannot be on our phones while we're driving. So I get home and I go to my messages, and I have a message from this number. And it was like, please learn how to be professional and professionally decline a job. Like, what? I didn't even know I was getting a call. I didn't even know anything. And then a business posted that they were literally looking for girls in college who are young, like part-time. And they were like, DM us and we'll send you the application. So I DM'd them and they read it. And I've been left on red. Like, that is so unprofessional. If you have filled the spot, you could be like, hey, sorry, thanks for your interest, but we filled the spot. Like, I don't know, businesses are just so unprofessional now, and they try and say it's Gen Z. It's not. It's literally the managers and the hiring staff. It's all of them.
So that's an experience of a young person. I just want to give you guys different points of view. And the reason why I'm showing you all these things is that these are just regular people, right? The average person just wants to figure out, okay, how can I put food on my table? How can I have a job that, you know, treats me with respect, pays me enough, these kind of things. And these are the kind of stuff that we talk about on the channel. And it's crazy because then from the, you know, Trumpers and Republican point of view, no, you don't need to get paid. No, we don't need to raise minimum wage. No, you don't need any benefits. And no, you don't need affordable healthcare, affordable housing. It's just like, what are you talking about, right? And then they go on and on. If you like suggest changes for the better to catch up with the rest of the developed world, they'll call you, you know, oh, you're just a bunch of commies, or oh, we got to protect Trump and his private property, and we need more police and prisons, right? And I just wanted to lay this stuff out, guys, and this is what I do every day. I read through all your comments, I look at what people, just regular people are saying online, and you get a sense of what's happening, and that's what and how normal people talk. So that's my thoughts on this. I'd like to hear yours, and I'll catch you all in the next video.
I bet you. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, on that nigga, tryna get my stats bigger. We got members who clap niggas. F ain't cost a stat, get up. Okay, yeah, I'm dolo and I'm aiming at your polo. Finna make the jump in my logo, cause I jump out, shit go loco. And then you call me low, hit it, and bitch, now I'm big ol'. Say you can spend, they gon' spend. Bitch must be geeked off the drizzle. Weapon searching, celebrate. We kick shit one to the second. I always came to start my day. I had the rats all in my face. You get shot, don't leave no trace.
Damn, his last words were, I don't like it. Well, who said that? Who said don't shoot me? I hate it when they don't do anything. What's up?
Punk, now we got you.
Who got me? Amateur hour? So you talking about amateur hour, bitch. I like the way you die, boy. The fuck? Stupid ass.
you. You should have run away.
Yeah, an officer in need of assistance.
You can't outrun me, boy. You think you're the top? Stay the fuck down. Stay with me.
No, you stay with me.
Get down. That's the last of you, fool.
Stupid ass bitch.
These Lopez motherfuckers.
Air unit from South Junction.
Where the rest of y'all friends at?
Available units respond to an assault on an officer. Required, subject last seen on short.
What is that? Ah, fuck. Fuck. Should've went with your friends, dumbass. Yeah, you better. Yes, I do.
You talking to me? Come on, jackass. You're crazy.
I'm being molested. I don't smoke. Well, that's what I tell Derek. Don't get me started about that. I'm getting my boyfriend.
You're bad or mine? Yours.
Hello.
This face is my life. You fucking fucker!
Apology accepted, Professor Dickwad. Eat me!
I'll be back with my boys. I hate out of town. How could you be so stupid? I got a club to run. I don't believe this. What an imbecile. Stop, yo. I ain't got time for any more of this shit. You're out of luck, punk. Now we got you. I'm so smart now. Back down. Don't get back up. Give me this car. I'm a hero. I'm gonna need some heavy artillery.
Alright, I'm done. Done. Cancel. Damn. Oh shit. Can I still exit?